Coming back. You want to maybe turn your volume down a little bit on that guy?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, is that what
It's
I'm hearing?
gonna confuse me. Yep. Okay, coming back. Oh boy, and we're back on the Peasant Revolution Band Variety Hour. Thank you for joining us. And we're having some technical difficulties with our Wirecast software that we normally stream through, and tonight we're not doing that. We're just doing a direct Facebook feed. So if you're out there and you're checking out my Facebook timeline, Jeff S. Dodge, you will be seeing us make the sausage of this show. The meat and the sausage, as it is. But yes, I am here with our fabulous rhythm section, the best rhythm section in the neighborhood. Mr. Rich Reese on the skins, Steve Sabila on the bass.
Oh, thank you.
How are you, fellas?
Oh, I'm doing great. How are you doing, Steve? Terrific. Excellent.
Was your Thanksgiving pleasant?
Oh, you bet.
Were you in town or?
I went down to a little place called Salem, Oregon.
I've heard of that place.
It's the capital shitty of the state. And
Yeah.
that's where the folks live. We had some food, talked business, and then came home. It was very pleasant.
Jamila and I actually went to Seattle.
Oh,
Yeah.
it was getting in on the grunge scene or something.
It was very grungy.
Okay.
We went to a restaurant. Oh boy, I can't think of the name of it. Beth's or Dick's or Bet's or something, but it was
Ivers?
right there. No, I've been to Ivers. I know where Ivers is. We were right by there.
Okay. Keep clam.
Well, I learned this time through what the difference between Seattle and Portland is that we're a river city and they're a sea port,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
And so there's like this. It's a little, they're a little tougher, surlier maybe. I've noticed that observed that in San Francisco,
Sure.
because us river people are probably a little bit more genteel,
We're a little more like Mark Twain, and
That's right.
they're a little more like Hemingway or
I
something.
was going to say Robert Shaw from Jaws,
Oh,
perhaps. There's
okay.
I see a lot of Robert Shaw in Seattle.
Okay.
So, but anyways, we have an exciting show tonight. We have a special guest with us tonight. The illustrious and wonderful Bobby Caesar will be joining us momentarily. We've known and worked with Bobby Caesar for a lot of years now, since the 80s, perhaps mid-70s might have been the first time. But I'll tell you what, I remember meeting him back at the University of Oregon.
Is that right? Back in the 70s?
Well, it was actually the 90s when my memory started to kick in. I can remember things.
Sure.
So let's take a look at this fabulous segment from. It's an experimental project we both first were working on together as actors. So,
Oh, wow.
let's take a look at this. This is called. It's from a short film called A Different Kind
Blake, so what are you guys doing tonight?
Tonight at 9:30, I'm taking Beth to a Pink Floyd concert. Then there's this other chick, 11:30, I'm supposed to meet, so I'm gonna have to blow off Beth somehow.
2 dates. That's tough. Well, we know how that is.
No, you don't.
Hey, Blake, what are you doing?
There's a party at the frat house tonight, and the Lambda Nu Thetas and the Alpha Chi Omegas and Sigma Theta News or something like that. They're coming over. So.
A lot of girls, huh?
Yeah, quite a few. Yeah.
Well, me and Jim are thinking we could come by and you could probably get us in, you know, and we'd party.
Yeah, I don't think so. Why would we do that?
Well, we got a lot of other things to do. I thought we just might stop by. I'm busy. Yeah.
Cool. All right.
All right.
Whatever.
Yeah, see you guys.
Okay, whatever. Sure.
See you, Trevor, Blake. Bye. Hey, Jeff, isn't that girl Sean?
Yeah, it is.
Hey, man, go ask her out.
Oh, Doug, I don't really want to ask
Jeff,
her.
come on, man, ask her out
I don't
now.
think she even knows me.
Go on, you loser.
Hi there, Sean.
Hi, Bob.
Now, it's Jeff. You wouldn't be doing anything tonight, would you?
No.
Well, how about you and I going and seeing a movie, maybe?
No.
Doesn't interest you the slightest, huh?
No. Chauncey.
Hey, Sean.
Hi. What are you doing tonight?
Hanging out.
You want to get together?
Yeah.
Let's have sex, too.
Sex? That'd be great.
And we're back.
Boy, that was a lot like any actual real day in Eugene that I might have.
It was every day I spent in Eugene. That was
You were playing me, basically.
I might have channeled into you. I thought you were in Salem at that point, though.
Well, at that point, yeah. But when we were the same age, I would have been down there.
Oh, you're right.
So
So that I was predicting your presence.
Yeah.
At the old that's the old EMU, isn't it?
Yeah, it looks like in the old fishbowl.
Boy, yes, the famous place where John Belushi made like a zip
Oh, yeah.
food fight.
Right. I played my first gig there in 1978.
Really?
Yeah, my dad was playing the beer garden, and my
Yes.
mom had brought me to see him. I was 2.
Uh-huh.
And I was so comfortable with the drums already at that point, on a break, I climbed up and played a solo. Just because I saw the drums were up there.
Sure. Why not?
Anyways, 20 years later, I would get kicked out of U of O. So,
Were you playing music when you got kicked out, or?
no, I was doing a little too much radio.
Mm-hmm.
I was really getting weak from it. Losing perspective. Anyway, back
They're
to the
sensitive to when you sell
Interesting
out.
news.
There's a if you sell out, they don't want you anymore. It's very eccentric.
The selling out was not cool in 1990, whatever.
And
So-
it's still not cool today. And that's why I'd like to bring out our next guest to tell us a little bit about what it is to sell out and not to sell out. Ladies and gentlemen, can we give a big Jeff Dodge Peasant Revolution Band Variety Hour welcome to the illustrious Bobby Caesar! Yeah!
Yeah.
Is that some moose? Perhaps?
I need mousse.
Oh my goodness. Enough of these guys.
Yeah, and a chocolate mousse for dessert.
Oh, I see Jamila Hart Entertainment has brought the catering in. Bobby Caesar,
Yes.
the one and only. How are you, sir?
Oh, doing good. I see you fished out the my debut movie.
Well, I know that we worked together in the 70s and 80s. I couldn't
Yeah.
quite remember that, so I started with what I remembered last, which I
Yeah,
believe that's like
there's no-
91. Is that right?
Yeah, 91. I don't think there's any footage from the 70s and 80s. That's 8-track, I think. But
I think there's an 8-track master somewhere.
8-track audio and beta video, I think.
Well,
The reason we can't find anything.
there was that Times Square in '89.
Oh, yeah, that's
I don't
right.
know if that counts as anything. I guess that's
Right.
almost 90s, basically,
Yeah.
with that rascally cat. What's his name? Mitch something.
Humbucket.
Humbucket. Mitch Humbucket. Yeah. I'm glad we aren't dealing with him this New Year's. It's
Yeah.
always a bummer.
Yeah.
Well, so you were out on tour. You've been through you did East Asia when we were doing the Badfinger thing, Vietnam. That's about 6 or 7 years ago. Last I heard, you were traveling through the Middle East, perhaps.
Yeah, yeah.
How was that?
Well, it's a little surreal. We're playing these enormous air-conditioned malls. With there's like you're in the middle of a Qatar or something, and there's like a ski slope inside the mall.
And a guitar.
Yeah. Well,
And ski slope and a guitar.
And we're playing like Tiffany. Remember Tiffany? Like
Yes,
we're alone
yes.
now.
I didn't know she used to do the Middle East thing.
Well, no, malls.
Malls.
But
Middle
yeah,
Eastern
but
malls
same concept.
or
No, maybe. Middle America malls, like we're talking Kansas City and Minneapolis and stuff.
Were you with Tiffany during this series, or?
I was a backup dancer. I was a backup dancer for Tiffany.
Did you guys get out there and do the classic Tommy and the Shondells hit together? Or did she bring out Bobby Caesar?
So that's a cover then, or?
She did not write that. I don't know if you knew that.
Oh, I think we're alone now.
Tommy James and the Shondells.
Oh.
I'm not even sure if they wrote it. There might have been like a Sinatra type guy, or Cheryl Kane wrote it before him.
Children behave.
Hey.
That's not her song.
That's what they together.
Children behave.
Next time we should try that one. Together.
Yeah.
Anyway,
That's I never knew that. I thought that was her song.
it's weird stuff. Well, let's take a look at that movie we were in and see if this rings any memories back.
Call that dumb nitwit son Jeff of mine. Jeff, this is your mother. I need you to do a favor for me.
Sure, I'd do anything for you.
Don't you get flippant with me. I need you to take a package to Mrs. Robinson at the bus station down there. Do you hear me?
Okay?
And drive carefully and say your prayers.
Alright.
And one more thing, Jeff. You're a horrible son. Bye-bye.
What are you doing here, Doc?
Oh, I'm gonna take off after Murder Children's over.
I was supposed to go down to the bus station, deliver a package to Mrs. Robinson for my mother. But, good luck with your date, Doc.
Oh, thanks, man.
Have a good night. Thanks, you too.
And here's to you, Mrs. Robinson. Jesus loves you more than you will know. Whoa, whoa.
We're back.
Wow.
Yeah. Isn't that something?
That was 68 when you guys made that, or? Oh no, that was more like.
It was kind of that guy I worked with. I don't even recognize him hardly, but he was.
Garfunkel? Art?
It was his name Art, but he
Yeah.
was the director. Well, I guess we kind of co-directed it, and he went off to do a whole bunch of things. But back then, that was kind of our Born to Be Wild of the '80s, I guess you would say.
Right.
Yeah. And an amazing, a ton of guest stars and cameo appearances.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, Married with Children. So that must have been the 90s, actually, talking about Married with Children, right?
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
That probably is the 90s.
Yeah.
But
Married with
wasn't
Children.
Christina Applegate young in the 80s? I thought she was...
Yeah, she played the daughter.
The daughter.
Yeah.
And now she's...
Yeah.
Like, our age.
Yeah, I
so
could never
she
do
was
the math
young
on
then.
that.
I was...
Yeah.
I still feel like I'm the same age as I was then.
Yeah, I mean, more or less, right?
I don't know. Let's go to a commercial.
Stop wasting your money at the dollar store and come to Jimmy Gimler's 97-cent store. I turn my profits from my profitable enterprise, Jimmy Gimler's Suit Rack, into another thriving business for you to enjoy. Save 3 cents on every purchase. We have household items, cleaning supplies, auto parts, even steaks. That 3-cent savings really adds up. Over the course of a year, you have the potential to save $100 for shopping at my store. That's like me giving you $100 to shop at my store, which I'm not gonna do, but you're gonna get the money back over time. I was the 1972 Suit Salesman of the Year. I bring my business reputation into every business I have. I think you'll love my 97-cent store, and I hope you'll visit often.
We're back. We're back? Oh, yeah. Yeah, we're back. We're back here with Bobby Caesar on this November episode 11 of the Peasant Revolution Band Variety Hour. So tell me a little bit about your early work as an actor. We saw your range in this production. You played two different roles. What did it take to get you?
Well, so it started in the 8th grade, and when I lost out on the role of Bob Cratchit to Robert
from
Moore,
Hogan's Heroes.
But Scrooge.
Scrooge.
It was
right.
Scrooge is the musical version of A Christmas Carol.
Okay, sure. I've heard of that. Yeah.
We did Scrooge, and I thought for sure I was going to get Bob Cratchit, but I barely lost out. So I was one of the.
How close was it?
I think it was, in my mind, it was quite close. In fact, a robbery. But
a Trent robbery?
Almost. Trent Robb was cast as Marley. The ghost of Jacob Marley, Scrooge's old partner.
Sure.
And I don't want to embarrass Trent too much, but he was wearing basically a sheet, a full sheet over his head, a true sort of Charlie Brown ghost costume.
Right, which is sort of controversial to do that right now.
Yeah, but right. But anyway, he had his Jacob Marley ghost costume. Scrooge
yes.
was basically a full sheet over his head, and he this is a true story. This could have happened to any of us, but he got too close to the edge of the stage, and bam, went down like about 3 feet.
Method, correct?
Yeah, method acting. Yeah. And so the only thing is that it took a little bit of illusion of the ghost off of the whole production.
So all of a sudden this person is hurt. Needs medical aid.
Yeah, this person is falls 3 feet to the ground.
The moaning is no longer part of the ghost,
that is
but an ankle injury.
It was a severe ankle injury, compound fracture. But he powered through it, I think. As far as I remember.
He kept acting?
Yeah, I think he kept acting.
Well, and so you weren't willing to throw your ankle out to get Cratchit, though? Even though didn't Cratchit have a bum ankle? Or was that his boy? That's his boy.
His son, Tiny Tim.
Little Tiny Tim.
Yeah, and but anyway, I was then cast as a chore man. Actually, the original is the casting is chore woman.
Chore woman.
But I was cast as chore man.
Okay.
One of this kind of poor people who hung out outside Scrooge's office with trying to warm themselves by a big
the
garbage
oil
can.
Pits.
Yeah, oil.
Yeah. Well, I suppose they weren't using oil then. Coal pits.
Yeah, coal pits or something, but we had a song though.
Do you remember a little bit of it?
We're despicable.
We are despicable.
Yeah, we're despicable.
What does anyone want to hear him sing a little?
I don't know.
How about a little? How about one line?
I don't. Well, I remember it kind of went something like, "We're despicable. We're something, maybe reprehensible or something like that."
Okay, that is.
Yeah. There wasn't a lot of melody to it, but we had a song. But I missed out on the solo Cratchit number. I'm cold.
And
it's
who did get Cratchit?
Robert Moore. The other Robert got it.
So the other Robert.
No, it's cold. It's cold. It's cold. So there was a lot of warming of hands in that production.
Right.
Actually. In fact, nobody had heat except for Scrooge.
So if you lost your lines, because I've done a little theater on stage, and you lose that line, and you need a stall factor. If you had to stall, you just.
Yes, that was it. Yeah, I did. Right. You could actually they were very, like a middle school audience is mostly parents. Mm-hmm. In fact, 100% parents. But
is that easier or harder?
I think they're a little more forgiving on the kids. And so if you forget a line, or some kid is like in the bathroom doing number 2 or something, and they can't.
And it's his line.
And it's his
not
line
out there.
Yeah, everyone can just kind of warm their hands for about 10 minutes.
Right.
And the parents are just like there might be a little bit of whispering among the parents, like, are they supposed to be doing this?
Right.
But it's brilliant.
It is. It's like I just had this idea of like Broadway is not doing what it used to do for shows.
Right.
Why don't they just write more cold stories? More stories that take place where it's like sub-zero temperatures.
Well, that's right.
Because you would have your audiences for hours.
I mean,
England
and Dickens' time, I mean, it must have been like -12. All through
there was
Christmas,
an ice age going on there. Before the aliens landed.
And also everyone's gloves didn't have fingers. If you notice, like back then, like it was just everyone just kind of had like the gloves that just went over the palm. So
can you stay for one more segment?
Oh, sure.
Thank you. We're going to take a commercial break. We'll be right back with Bobby.
The good news is everything will be on sale.
75% off.
We have very little decorative squash.
People are always asking me, what is it about Safford Brothers, Downtown Blend, coffee, and Crunchy Raisin Bran that are so good together? Why is that? Everybody wants to know. And I gotta tell you something. I don't know if it's out of habit or if it's just that I love Safford Brothers, Downtown Blend, coffee, and Crunchy Raisin Bran. But you see, one complements the other. You got the coffee, that smooth and bitter and robust flavor of the coffee, and then you got the crunchiness. And it's not smooth, it's crunchy, and you crunch, and you wash the cereal down with that Safford Brothers coffee. These are two things that are good together.
5, 4, 3, 2, cutting the camera, audio's off, and we're back. We're back with Bobby Caesar, nostalgizing about acting.
Yeah.
Now, but that's a whole nother century.
Can I finish but later that year, 8th grade, I had a comeback because I did win the role of Model the Tailor in Fiddler on the Roof. And that was like one of the leading, it wasn't Tubia, the main character, but it was maybe a I could have been up for like Best Supporting Actor or something if there was a middle school Oscars.
Like an Oscars for
like for Portland area middle school productions.
Who would host a middle school Oscars ceremony? Like Rod Anderson or something?
Yeah, Rod
Anderson.
Rod Andrews. Yeah, I think. Well, there was some thought of that because we were really good, So. Yeah. But.
Good enough to get buttons on your sweater?
Yeah. That probably would have been the prize for the middle school Oscars.
Well, so transport me further into your illustrious career, I want to say we're about late 90s. Rock and roll and grunge has sort of transformed into some kind of corporate servitude to these multinationals, and streaming starting to come out. And all of a sudden, music is nowhere, and yet it's everywhere. It's worldwide. You hit the stage. Tell me about that. What happens to you in 1999 with music?
Can you give me a clue? I forgot.
You don't remember?
No.
He's being modest. He's being modest. He did his country album.
Oh,
right.
Yeah, right. That's right. Country. Yeah,
Right.
that's yeah. And it was getting competed with the Lennonites or something. The
Muscovites. You had that breakout band, the Muscovites.
Oh, right.
It was like a traditional jazz band.
Yeah.
But that was like only working in sort of the northeast of Canada. You didn't have a bigger following.
Right.
But you took the country band. And that album, I can't stop listening to. I mean, I guess it wasn't a big seller for you, but I bought like 20 of them.
Yeah. Oh no, it was good. Yeah, it was pretty good. And people at the time thought it was a Garth Brooks alter ego. But it was me.
Were you it was you, or was it you doing an alter ego as Garth Brooks?
Yeah.
I heard there was something where you did a country album where you're pretending to be Garth Brooks, pretending to be another guy. Is that right? Named
that
Butch?
was the next year. Yeah,
Butch.
That was
That's
Butch,
a follow-up,
yeah,
Butch.
It was the album Butch. Right. Yeah, that was. Yeah, and so that. Yeah.
Man, that's some like so within a box within an enigma within itself.
It was, and that's where they got the idea for Inception. I heard.
Inception, really?
Yeah,
from your Butch album.
Well, I mean, that's what I heard.
Wow.
That's what people tell me.
You know, and then that gets us to a more tragic time in 2001, 2002. It's hard to remember. There's a lot of pain and destruction that sort of. Well, a lot of it, from my recollection, stemmed when the vice president shot his friend Hank in the face. Now, I heard that you were there for that. You were out peasant hunting with Dick Cheney.
Yeah, I was there bizarrely. Yeah.
What?
I was Dick. Yeah, have you heard of like caddies in golf?
Right.
Well, I was Dick Cheney's gun caddy.
Oh, he's 30-06 caddy.
Yeah, I was his caddy. And
'06 cad.
That's how I got involved. And don't ask me why I had to take the job, but it was a down year.
Now, did you hand him the gun when he did that, or were you not looking?
No, I.
So was this a somewhat deliberate process then?
Yeah, honestly, yeah.
So he pugged the beer and shot his friend in the face.
Yeah. And the guy that got shot in the face was a real sweetheart, and he of course apologized for having his face in the.
What is his face doing there?
Yeah, right.
That's what I have to ask.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Here's our vice president trying to be tough.
Yeah.
He's got his freaking face in there.
Yeah, I mean,
thank God he survived.
Yeah, I mean, really,
Wow. That's just a presidential nightmare.
Yeah.
And well, on that note, Bobby, I'm gonna have to let you go. We have some other work to do.
Yeah, well, it's been a pleasure.
Thank you for coming. But do you have any new stuff before we get rid of you? Is there anything in the works?
I'll slip you a mixtape.
You still doing everything on cassette? Or?
Yeah. Okay. I got on cassette.
Okay, I heard cassettes kind of made a comeback.
Yeah, it has. So But I'll have my people get it to you.
That's great. Bobby Caesar, Bobby Caesar. Thank you. Well, we'll be right back in a second here, and after this commercial break.
Hit that one. That's good. Perfect. Hey, it's Coach Larry. Back when I was coaching JV football and volleyball, I got to a point where I realized that I'd really rather just talk sports than have to think about it all the time. So that's how I got into sports talk radio, and now I'm hosting this great new show, which is the morning sports talk show on AM 1337, The Crunch. And We're working from 6 a.m. to noon, and that's a lot of sports talk. And let me tell you something, we will be talking sports. Nothing but sports, not a lot of this fluff and this garbage time that these guys are throwing out. It's me, Coach Larry, and I'm bringing along the water boy, and you're gonna love him too.
And we're back. We're back. Yes, indeed. Wow. Bobby Caesar visiting the Trench Digger Production Studios.
That's right.
It is so nice, Rich, when we get a visitor, a repeat visitor like that. He's been on the show before.
He's a square cat. He's all right.
He's a square cat in a round dog.
That's for darn diddly certain right there.
I just wanted to go over a few finer notes here. We've had some things coming up lately. Well, Trench Digger Productions is really wanting us to push this social media thing. Okay, and I'm still kind of a novice at some of this, but I guess I don't know if it's on the YouTubes or the Facebookers, but like you can comment, you can type in what you're thinking, and I guess there's even these like these cute little logo things called emojis. So if you can get it's emoji or enema. Enema, it's emoji or enema, but if you can do this, Trench Digger would be really excited if you could, in the comments section, put some enemas up there. So,
I have a buddy down on the coast. When something's unpleasant, he likes to say that it feels like an ice-cold enema.
Mm-hmm.
And, no, he says ice water enema. That's how he says it. I figured out recently he probably actually knows what he's talking about. It's just terrible.
Which coast is that?
The best coast.
Oh,
yeah.
I know where that is.
That's right.
Right next to the west. My producer David here has told me I'm gonna try and do a little emoji here, and that seems like a cute. Oh, look, it's an emoji, and. So if you're into that kind of thing, social media, # emoji, okay, # emoji. Anyway, I'm sure that all those hip Facebookers and MySpacers are going to be all over that. So
I shared a link of our broadcast tonight, and none of my fucking friends have even liked it. They're not even pretending to watch it.
You just lost someone.
I don't know. I know that we're very big in Indonesia. I do know that. I know that we're big in Indonesia. Well, let's take a little commercial break.
Hey, it's Coach Larry. Back.
After 47 years, it's time to close Dot's Decorative Squash Store. We suffered through a disastrous squash crop this year, which made us realize it was time to hang it up. The good news is everything will be on sale, 90% off. We have very little decorative squash for sure, but we still have books, gardening supplies, and more, all for sale. We're sad to be closing our doors, but as they say in the decorative squash business, all good things must come to an end. Hello, Dot's Decorative Squash. Dottie speaking.
Whatever mood, whatever appetite, at Worston's Pizza, we're here to satisfy. If you want a slice, we've got that. What if you want another slice? No problem. If you only need half a pizza, we can do that. And if you want 3/4 of a pizza, Come in and enjoy our 3/4 of a pizza special. If a whole pizza is what you want, ours are the best. Don't forget the pepperoni. Worston's Pizza, Italian by marriage. Everything you love about pizza and more. Home of the slices, half pizza, quarter pizza special, or the best whole pie in town.
Whatever mood. And, you know, my neck's just killing me. It's
freaking,
like, all over the place.
You know, I've been hearing that a lot.
I think I'm gonna have to take pills or
Okay,
something.
sure.
Take freaking
Yeah,
pills
every time
again.
my childhood accountant shot himself in a Fleabag motel after becoming addicted to pills following a motorcycle accident.
From neck pain?
Yeah, and it ended up being neck pain after that. Lost his marriage.
Oh!
Family didn't even know where he was.
We're back.
Christmas Eve, 1998.
I guess we're live.
Oh,
That's a tragic thing to hear.
it's a terrible deal.
Terrible. Neck
We
pain
screwed our
is
taxes
awful
up that
for the
last
masses
year,
out there. But I was going to move along. We've had apparently there's been a problem with some of our okay, I'll be frank. You know how we sort of were doing a lot of the Sgt. Pepper's stuff material?
Sure.
I got it wasn't quite a cease and desist, but it was correspondence from Yoko.
Right. Your song, She's Leaving House, nobody was buying that.
I didn't know that they canceled the series, so I thought it'd be a lot funnier, but I guess it got canceled 4 or 5 years ago.
Is that where you got the idea for the pills?
I maybe. It might be. But she sent us some correspondence, and we might be able to get back into some of this. We've only got one more month to celebrate this 50th anniversary, but we've been clear with Yoko. This was part of why I missed September's show. You know, I had to lie a little low, and well, here's the letter. I'm just gonna read it to you.
Okay.
You Yankee imperialist dog.
Oh.
If you ever do this again, I am threatening to make you do a remake of the Two Virgins record and pose nude with her and a second nude image of me on the cover. Now that's 3. Well, I'm not necessarily a virgin anymore. Not that there's anything wrong with that, kids. That's, you know, protect your virginity till you're 83 as far as I'm concerned, but it's, you know, to create 2 naked images of me and have her in the center of it seems a little off to me and kind of disrespectful. Anyways, it said, things have been worked out. Thanks. There was an anonymous benefactor. We can now perform all Beatles and John Lennon stuff, and Yoko will get paid. She mentioned she had a soft spot for your drum performance on A Day Unto Life.
Oh, well, that's very kind.
She apparently never really liked the song until she heard you playing it.
Oh.
Yeah. So
Let me
there
just
you
say.
go. Wow. And it's just like, you know, it's the sky, man. We've got some other office news here. There has been another firing. You know, I don't know if that was that the month? I guess that was just last month. We were so busy with our music that one of the ads flew by, and Sticky Davis in the marketing department was let go for a couple infractions. He forgot to get a pickup, so he impersonated Dot in last month's ad.
Oh.
Huh.
Okay.
Well, I wonder.
Right.
Let's see what that means.
No, the other one. Right there. There you
Okay, well, we're going to take a look at this. Hang on a second here and see what all the hubbub's about here.
For sure. The good news is everything will be on sale
75% off.
We have very little decorative squash for sure. The good news is everything will be on sale.
Okay, that was something messed up there. That was definitely not the Dot that I know. I'm not sure what Sticky had in mind there, but the world is afoul right now with material. There's so much chaos going on that Trench Digger we're not only shifting gears with so many commercials, sponsors that want to advertise our show, we're also getting access to new content that's...
Oh, now this I hadn't heard.
Yeah, I guess there's like a lot of Weinstein content is now available for very cheap.
Okay.
And there's some theater featuring Kevin Spacey. I'm not sure, it's a VHS tape. It was mailed to me.
This whole line of reasoning here just sounds hilarious.
Well, it's cheap. And
Okay.
I'm going for cheap, I guess. I'm looking for cheap solutions for a tight economy, and that's what we're dealing with here. Now, and as far as news, apparently this Jordan Sheraton is also available.
Who is that? I actually don't know who that is.
I've heard his name bantied about there on the MySpaces and and all that. And we also have we have another commercial. We're going to go back to the Worcesters. Here we go. We're going to Worcesters.
Whatever appetite, at Worston's Pizza, we're here to satisfy. If you want a slice, we've got that. What if you want another slice? No problem. If you only need half a pizza, we can do that. And if you want 3/4 of a pizza, come in and enjoy our 3/4 of a pizza special. If a whole pizza is what you want, ours are the best. Don't forget the pepperoni.
I'm Coach Larry.
After 47 years, it's time to close Dot's Decorative Squash.
And we've got a new show. It's the weekday drive time from 6 a.m. to noon. That's right, AM 1337, The Crunch. And we are going to be doing something that they don't do a lot around here. We're actually a sports talk radio show that talks sports. We're not talking about our kids. We're not talking about hair metal. And we're not going to talk about mayonnaise. We're going to talk about sports. We're going to break down the games. We're going to do in-depth analysis. Sports. Nothing but sports. We're cutting out all that garbage and that crap that you hate. We're not going to have a whole lot of commercials. It's just going to be all sports for 6 hours. And you are going to love it. Yes, I'm Coach Larry. I'm bringing the water boy for comic relief. He's great too. It's AM 1337, The Crunch.
Anyway, it's near the end of that time of the night where we like to thank all our sponsors. That serial ad last month mentioning cocaine and prostitution probably shouldn't have run, and we're deeply sorry about that. I wanted to make a public apology about that. Had I known that was running, we wouldn't have done it.
You thought it was Bob Evans, the Midwestern restaurant chain, but it was actually Bob Evans from Hollywood.
I did, and Bob and I, that gets to a good point. We're hoping in the next is Trench Diggers working, we might do a special regarding Bob Evans down the road here.
Oh, I've got this great theme for him to redeem himself.
Oh, yeah?
This theme of being yourself.
That sounds wonderful.
Yeah, it'd be like being yourself.
I'm going to have to think about that. I run that by my nieces and nephews. But anyway, he's apparently running into some technical thing. My phone died. So it's,
I think it's okay.
but yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna wrap things up here, but I just wanted to say a few more words about our current state of affairs in the city. We want to wish our best to Commissioner Nick Fish. We want to wish our best to all the commissioners, especially that mayor, Ted Wheeler, because this commission form of government that comes from Galveston is... Oh, hey, everybody, it's Jamila. What? What are you saying? All right. Good night, Jeff.
I was sleeping right in the middle of a good dream. Well, all at once I wake up with something that keeps knocking at my brain. Before I go insane, it holds my pillow to my head and spring up in my bed, screaming out the words I dread. I think I love you. This morning I woke up with this feeling I didn't know how to deal with, and so I just decided to myself I'd hide it to myself. Then talk about it, then I did not go and shout it when you walked into the room. I think I love you. I think I love you. So what am I so afraid of? I'm not sure of. Love is no cure. I think I love you. I think I love you.
tune in every last Monday of the month for the Peasant Revolution Band Variety Hour. Coming to you live in some format. It's on my Facebook. Is it David? Yeah. A whole lot of love is what we've been talking. Come on, get happy. A whole lot on, get happy. Oh, God's loving is what we've been singing. Come on, get happy. Come on, get happy. Come on, get happy.